The Indian rupee, nearing a record low against the US dollar, isn't just a number on a screen, it's a flashing red light for structural vulnerabilities within India's economic blueprint. What we are witnessing is a fundamental struggle for a nation heavily reliant on imported energy, particularly crude oil. The recent surge in global crude prices has directly amplified this inherent challenge, putting immense pressure on India's trade balance and fueling domestic inflation fears. This matters because it exposes India's economic Achilles heel, forcing a reassessment of its resilience in a volatile global commodity market. But that is only part of the story. The immediate financial implication of this pressure is clear. A depreciating rupee makes all imports more expensive, significantly widening India's current account deficit. Think of it like a household budget. If your essential purchases suddenly cost more, your savings dwindle, and your overall financial health deteriorates. The rupee's trajectory, now hovering around critical support levels, reflects this intensified demand for US dollars from importers and foreign portfolio outflows. This isn't just a daily fluctuation, it signals a structural shift in the currency's stability as the cost of external capital becomes a significant drag. That's where things get interesting, because the Reserve Bank of India, or RBI, isn't sitting idly by. Their swift intervention, selling US dollars in the foreign exchange market, is a direct execution strategy to stem the rupee's slide. This move, draining dollar liquidity from the system, is a classic defensive play aimed at shoring up investor sentiment and preventing a speculative attack. It reflects a clear capital allocation decision prioritizing currency stability over the accumulation of foreign exchange reserves. This isn't just a one-off event, it's a strong corporate guidance signal that the RBI remains committed to defending key thresholds, even at a cost. Now look at how the broader sector is reacting. This macro environment of higher crude prices and a weaker rupee creates a clear divide among Indian industries. For example, oil marketing companies, like a refiner such as Reliance Industries, face increased input costs directly tied to global benchmarks like Brent and WTI crude. Their margins come under pressure. However, export-oriented sectors, particularly the massive Indian IT services industry exemplified by a company like TCS, actually benefit. Their revenues, earned in stronger foreign currencies, translate into more rupees, boosting their profitability. This dynamic drives what we call capital rotation, where smart money shifts from vulnerable sectors to those with inherent hedges or tailwinds, leading to a structural re-rating of sector attractiveness. The bigger question is the cumulative impact of these pressures. We are facing a dual inflation threat. First, there's imported inflation, a direct consequence of higher crude prices and a weaker rupee making energy and other essential imports more expensive. Second, domestic cost push factors are at play. This scenario significantly raises the risk of further interest rate hikes from the RBI, which, while aimed at taming inflation, can slow economic growth. There's also the systemic headwind of potential capital flight, investors moving money out of India seeking higher yields or safer assets elsewhere. This liquidity shift could further weaken the rupee and create a cycle of risk repricing across Indian equities, impacting the S&P BSE Sensex and Nifty 50 significantly. Despite these immediate headwinds, the multi-year thesis for India remains compelling for sophisticated investors. We are seeing a valuation reassessment, where short-term volatility creates potential entry points for long-term structural momentum plays. India's robust domestic demand, young demographic dividend, and ongoing infrastructure push provide significant forward earnings visibility, insulating the economy somewhat from global shocks. This isn't about ignoring the risks, but understanding that cyclical downturns often mask secular growth trajectories. The market appears to be pricing in a degree of resilience, betting on India's underlying growth story to eventually overcome these temporary pressures. That leads us to a bigger question regarding terminal risk and future policy. How will India navigate a world of continued commodity volatility, especially with OPEC plus decisions impacting crude supply? The government's strategic focus on renewable energy, domestic manufacturing, and export promotion acts as a crucial policy tailwind, aiming to reduce external dependencies over time. This ongoing effort to diversify and build self-reliance offers a degree of asset insulation against future shocks. Investors should watch for continued reforms and infrastructure spending, as these will be key indicators of India's ability to build lasting relative strength and achieve sustained demand recovery. So, what's the takeaway for sophisticated investors? India presents a compelling, yet complex, investment landscape. While the RBI's interventions provide tactical support for the rupee, the underlying structural challenges from crude prices and global liquidity shifts remain significant. Your portfolio needs to reflect a nuanced understanding of these dynamics. Focus on sectors with inherent strengths, like the IT services industry benefiting from a weaker rupee, and companies with strong balance sheets that can weather imported inflation. This requires a long-term strategic investment horizon, identifying pockets of relative strength amidst broader market volatility. Stay tuned for our next deep dive, and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more institutional-grade market intelligence.